figured I'd share my 3D prints that George sent me. Now, the last one I did with the bearing adapter was printed by George's daughter's boyfriend, Andre. These were actually printed by George on his printer that he got. So, neither of these came out perfect, but he sent this one along so I could see some of the support structure that was still left in it. So like the pieces out here, I'm not exactly sure. I guess you just keep breaking it back and forth until it pops loose. So this is the bottom side. It's all flat, and so you can see that comes out a little flat. I imagine it would add a lot to the time if you did support structure under here to let that go. You know, if you were trying to make both sides the same, you'd have a ton of support structure through here to clean out. So when it's engaged, see, it actually works pretty cool. So let's get really close with the and this is very light. Evidently, I don't know what he printed these at, but they're not 100%. So, like in between here, you know, there's a lot of airspace and hollowness and stuff like that, and you can see how it crisscrosses back and forth there for the fill, but it's not solid. Oh, where's my flashlight? Oh, you can see it there. See how the light comes through that quite easily. Oh yeah, you can see the hollowness. There you go. Oh, interesting. Like plastic basket weaving or something. That's pretty cool. That explains why it's so light. Then he did, this is the NASA wrench that a lot of guys have seen tactical keychains do, Brad there. So this one kind of works, but he did it while he was dialing in settings and stuff like that, and so it's not quite as nice as Brad's, which, you know, doesn't matter to me, but he sent it along because that way I'd get to see some more printed pieces without him having to spend another 6 hours or whatever the heck it was to do it. Oh, you can see he puts down blue painter's tape, I guess, so you can see that it lifted up some of the lettering off it. But it prints just like this. You pull it off and you snap this loose and break the stuff inside, and then it just starts working. So that little ratchet piece there is supposed to push back and forth, but it's not quite complete, so it does work. But okay, and if you see these over here, these are little pins for these. So this is what I really want to show you. These just came out just phenomenal. I don't okay, the ratios are different, and you notice a couple little things different with them. See the bar down there in the middle is different than that one. So let's rotate it. Okay, this is the one that takes several turns. I'm not exactly sure how many turns, but it didn't come back to square. How many turns does it take? I wasn't even counting. Okay, but look at how stinking clean the lettering is. I mean, that is just amazing. I'm pretty sure he printed these pieces separately and then put them all together. Otherwise, you know, because of the pin. And I don't have any clue how to take the darn things apart. So I guess when one breaks, I'll figure it out. That is just so... Oh man, that's just so cool. Now this one has a different ratio, and so it rotates around once. So his youngest daughter didn't get to see it, so I figured, hey, I'll take some nice close video of it. That is just so stinking cool. And hard to tell. I think the sides where it's actually just a bit shinier, that may be the bottom side. I don't know. I don't see any labels, more like, you know, from like the lettering that was on the wrench. Whoop. So this is definitely printed, it looks like, at a higher density than the wrenches. You don't see the crosshatch pattern beneath it. And so I really don't know how much cleanup he had to do on these. That is just so friggin' cool. Reminds me of one of those finger puppet things, you know, you did as a kid. Awesome. Thank you, George. Now, George and I are working on another little project, so there'll be more 3D stuff coming up.